My name is Luke Weber, and I'm a cancer survivor. I performed that rap at a Cycle for Survival event about 4 years ago to raise money for rare cancer research. Though, with my crutches and my lower voice, I'm not sure I could do it as well now as I did before, which is why we have it on video. So, before I go more into that, let me tell you a bit about my story. When I was 3 years old, about a few days after my 3rd birthday, and exactly 13 years ago tomorrow, I was diagnosed with stage 4 alveolar rhabdomyosarcoma, a rare pediatric cancer that was literally all over my body. My cancer affects only 80 kids a year in the US, and it does not usually bring a lot of hope. But I was lucky. I found my hope at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, just around here. And so I went through 17 months of chemotherapy, radiation, and surgeries and thought that my cancer was gone. But it came back twice. First when I was 5, and then again when I was 9. But after my 3rd diagnosis, most doctors said there was nothing more left to do. I was a kid with a rare, aggressive cancer. It was my 2nd relapse, and there was no clear path to a cure. For the first time in my life, I was scared. I wasn't 3 or 4 or 5 years old anymore, happy to be at home or in the clinic playing Xbox or watching TV. I was older, and I understood. I understood that I wouldn't be able to go to the park and play basketball. I understood that I wouldn't be able to go to school every day to see my friends. I understood that the little hair that I had on my head would fall out and I would stop growing again. And most of all, I understood that this could be it. I asked my doctor, Dr. Lenny Wexler at MSK, why die from this? And he said, I don't know, but I will do everything I can to fight this. So the team at Memorial Sloan Kettering never gave up on me. They never guaranteed us a cure, but they gave us something nobody else could. They gave us hope. So my doctor, Dr. Wexler, he went out and called and emailed dozens of other doctors and researchers to find out what they were working on, in hopes that there would be some kind of treatment that could help my situation. There was virtually nothing. So thankfully, finally, Dr. Wexler found me the last spot in an immunotherapy trial, a new and promising treatment. I finished that treatment more than 5 years ago, and I have been cancer-free ever since. So I have a lot to be happy and hopeful about because I was lucky enough to be treated at the best cancer hospital in the world. I have hope because my doctor was able to find treatment options for me when there seemed to be none available. But the reality is I'm a living miracle. I am 1 in a million, and I want more. I want to know that every other person fighting cancer has hope, that every cancer patient has treatment options, and that every child with cancer has a possibility for happiness just like me. When I was in 4th grade, a paraplegic named Chris Waddell came to speak at my school. He was a professional Olympic skier until he suffered an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. Instead of giving up, he competed in the Paralympics and won 5 gold medals. And he followed that by becoming the first paraplegic to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So I remember what he said as I sat there in my school auditorium with my bald head and my 60-pound frame, amazed that someone with medical issues just as big as mine could accomplish such big things. He said, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. And those words have never left me, and they still affect the way I lead my life. And that is why I decided to dedicate myself to the fight against rare cancers. Every year, I travel around the country to give speeches on behalf of Cycle for Survival, a national movement to beat rare cancers. So for Cycle for Survival, every year we bring together friends and family to form indoor cycling teams to raise money to fund rare cancer research and clinical trials at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, the hospital where I was treated. So almost half of all the people with a cancer have a rare cancer, but there's not enough money in rare cancer research. There are not enough treatment options. Cycle for Survival is here to change that, and I am here to change that. 100% of every donation to Cycle for Survival has funded rare cancer research at Memorial Sloan Kettering, and in just 10 years, Cycle for Survival has raised over $140 million. So, and all that money goes to rare cancer research for kids like me. So, speaking for Cycle for Survival is my way of creating opportunity from chaos, is my way to join with others to celebrate life, to celebrate hope, and to celebrate and create the possibility of a cancer-free world. So living with cancer has taught me many things. I've learned that it's important to be optimistic and resilient, that it's empowering to find a community that supports you and has your back, and that it's okay to be scared, but giving up is not an option. When faced with adversity, we can't sit back, we need to fight back. And for me, I am committed to making sure that at some point in my lifetime, nobody will have to go through what I went through. So, live every moment, seize every day, make a difference, and I invite all of you to join me, hopefully without my crutches, at a Cycle for Survival event this March here in New York City. Thank you.